A rapper don't tell she the kneel for grave where my youth day, Papa Emeka. Don't blind from crow, in Peking don't fall, now watch up I'm raw. This self they shake my hand no feel. Yesterday we laughed, today now just we more. If we don't stop this night where we they share, tell me who go sing for the ones we know they.
She need the voice from under the soil. Brother, no let my blood turn to oil. Little Ada they ask where my papa go. Her small hand they shake, she knows I be this woe. I beg, my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
No, make me try you. Back up in me day.
I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts, we no go fail you. If we hold this love, their death go burn you.
Oh, make me try you.
Back up joins with a trembling, oh, hey. If we no join now, our children go so.
Again, every time Nigeria is ringing bell. If I look on news, it is bad. If I look social media, it is problem. Eh? When I should be drinking coffee, they will make me to come online. They don't want to have me to rest. But you know what? You know what? The spirit in me, the Biafra spirit in me, I said, when I told you, if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is looking for 100 people, I promise that I have 50 in me. You have not seen anything. It is not by my power. It is not by my power. It is not by my power. But you know, as my own oro, I am a royal rucha. You understand? Till Biafra come. But today you are going to receive sense. The crypto, Nigeria crypto. As they are crippling your economy, they close border. They close the border. ESN came out automatically, you know, weaponized. It shocked them. It shocked them. They said, this border no work. Oh. This close of border no work. Oh. Now, how do we stop the funding now of this Sunday or Igboho? How do we stop the contribution? Let us stop the crypto. Because they were following Nigerians, southern Nigerians. Use crypto. We should open crypto. Crypto. We use crypto. Don't use the Western Union. Don't use this. They say, so these people are doing crypto. Okay, let us slash them. Bah! They are not considering the economic impact of crypto. No. They are not considering how much the crypto is bringing to Nigeria economy. Their agenda is not to make Nigeria progress. No. They have a better agenda. Now you get the point. Now you get the point. My only problem is that why is it that you must wait? Was Thomas born in Nigeria? Is Thomas a Nigerian? Is Thomas in the Bible in Nigeria? Are you a lineage of Thomas? Are you a lineage of Thomas? All of you have Thomas blood in your vein. How did you get Thomas blood in your vein? That it must happen to you first before you understand. We hear more. In another, you hear more kind of man. Whoo! You hear more kind of man. When we are telling you, you don't know, no, we are telling you, even we are not prophets, but everything we have said, everything we open this mouth to say, if it don't happen today, it will happen tomorrow. I want you to go from the beginning of this struggle. From the beginning. In fact, even the one that we are not sure of, once God asks us to say it, we will say it and God will do it. Hey! Woo! Nwanne nwoke dịrị obi m mma, ọ dị mma. Hey! Ihe mere dị mma, ihe mere dị mma, ihe mere dị mma, oh, ihe mere dị mma. I said, did you see the prayer? May God harden the heart of the leaders in Nigeria so that we will tell them, the world may know that Obi is no longer a boy. I remember when we used to read the history of the Greeks, the Greek gods. I don't know, of course you don't read all those things in Africa. The history of the Greek gods. Medusa, they say Medusa is she look at when you look at Medusa, you turn into she would dry you and you become stone. Medusa have snake, her hair, Medusa's hair is snake. Because of the power in Medusa went very deep in the forest.
This is my wicked word. This is my confusion word. Listen to Palibran. I will tell you a story about one lady girl. Pali they go to work. Pali they work for bank. Then I enter for motor. Driver they go. Opposite Udi, but the lucky hand the side, along the Sukudu Road. I see people run. I see people run. Then I driver waiting they happen. Driver waiting they happen. Driver tell the Palibai. See no day for talk. If we better you take your eye and see. Then I call the driver. Driver waiting. Driver waiting.
Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us on this very brief evening broadcast. As you all know, we always come back in the evening to give some very quick update and very quick reminder to the Biafran people. So I welcome everyone that has connected to us this evening, wherever you are connecting from. It is not easy. We are trying to adjust to look at a suitable time to reach Biafran people. As you all know, you know our purpose of coming online every time we come online. The only reason we come online is to educate the Biafran people. We are trying as much as possible to be the watchdog. That is our duty, to watch and keep Biafrans on their toes so that we do not forget our responsibility. That is why I come online at every single opportunity that I have. Wherever you are watching this program from, wherever you are, I welcome you to this amazing program. I thank you for being part of the program. I appreciate you. Please, as you join us, like and share. Like the program and share to all platforms, share to family and friends, share to everyone that is close to you. Every one of us must continue to do their little best. I am doing the little I can. You can equally do yours. Even when the time is not favorable to me or favorable to you, we are trying as much as possible to get a meeting ground. The purpose of our coming online every second, every minute to speak is not for our own personal interest, not for any particular gain. It is to make sure that the voice of Biafran people is not silenced. More especially at this critical time, this critical month that we are expecting our leaders to join us. We are expecting our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to join us this very month. We are equally expecting our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, to join us. So we are trying as much as possible to prepare the ground for them to join us. These are two able men that have worked tirelessly for the restoration of Biafra. They have done a great job and they continue to do that great job, and we will never, ever, ever forget them. We will never, ever abandon them. Just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, that he will never deny us, that it is you and I that will deny him. But my own very self, I have said it within myself, that I will never, ever deny my leaders. I will never deny Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and I will never deny Mazi Simon Ekpa. These two have already paid their dues. These two people have already paid their dues. Whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not, it is a clear fact that these two have paid their dues. It is left for you and I to pay our own dues. They have paid their dues, but it is left for you and I to pay their own dues. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started from the onset to blow the trumpet and warn us ahead of time, even when nobody was paying attention. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu got that call and he did not keep silent. He took all the bullets, he took all the insult, he took all the damages, he lost everything just to make sure that he wakes you up. When they decided to take him away from us, Mazi Simon Ekpa surrendered every single thing he is doing, both with Nigerian government and the Finland government. Mazi Simon Ekpa surrendered everything. Mazi Simon Ekpa surrendered everything. We heard him when he explained how connected he is with some of the officials of Nigerian government. The role Mazi Simon Ekpa played during the time of Peter Obi and Atiku. He was one of their campaign managers in Europe, trying to see that there will be a better place where we can live like human beings. But when it became obvious that solution can never come from Nigeria, Mazi Simon Ekpa pulled out and he began to do his own thing. That was when he joined the struggle fully. And from that moment he joined the struggle, he has never looked back. He did not join and stand aside and begin to talk. Mazi Simon Ekpa publicly announced and sent official information to the government of Finland and said he is no longer interested in the political system of Finland where he is. He withdrew. He resigned from politics in Finland because of you, because of me. and he focused fully on the restoration of Biafra. This is a sacrifice that many of you cannot do. What Mazi Simon Ekpa gave up is the prayer point of every single person in Europe, including you that is watching me. Those of you that are watching in Europe, you can agree with me that what Mazi Simon Ekpa gave up is the prayer point of so many people. There are so many people that are having that as their prayer point. To have the position that Mazi Simon Ekpa have already attained, and he gave it up because of Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu paid his dues, and I will not be among those that will disappoint him. Mazi Simon Ekpa also paid his dues. I will never, ever be among those that will disappoint him. That is why I will continue to preach their message. I will continue to make sure that their legacy stands. My fellow Biafrans, every one of you know that we have a challenge on the ground. The reason Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped is because the reason Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped was because he wants to save you and I. He wants to make sure that Biafra has a name. He wants to make sure that we are not forgotten. He wants to make sure that the Fulani Janjaweed do not take over Biafra land. Are we going to allow that reason that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped to come to fulfillment? God forbid. The reason Mazi Simon Ekpa today was also removed from our midst and detained, the reason Finland accepted bribe and conspired with Nigeria to take away our prime minister is because they want him to stop taking out the terrorists in Biafra land. They want him to stop protecting Biafran people. They want us to be vulnerable. They want to make us vulnerable so that they can be able to do what they want to do to us. They want to make us vulnerable so that they can be able to steal as much as they want to steal. They want to make us vulnerable so they can take all they want to take in our land. These are facts. But are we going to allow them to succeed? God forbid. We will never allow them to succeed. No matter what it takes, every single one of us as Biafran have to stand our ground and continue to fight with the last drop of our blood to see that we secure our land. The security of our land is very, very important. As we speak, a lot of things are happening in Biafra land. Many people are losing their lives. Attack of the Janjaweed is increasing. As we speak, Nigerian government is passing different kinds of law to stop you and I from speaking. They are passing different kinds of laws in Nigeria today to make sure that they put fear in me, put fear in you so that you don't talk. Today they have passed a law that anybody that comes and say that Nigeria must divide, that person will go to life imprisonment. You can imagine. You can imagine. In Nigeria, they passed a law that anybody that goes online and continue to ask for Nigeria to divide, that the person will face life imprisonment. This is the kind of laws you see in Nigeria. A law that takes away your rights from you. This is the same country that supports self-determination. The same country that supports that their self-determination is in their law, self-determination. International law supports self-determination. African peoples and human rights law supports self-determination. But yet, Nigeria passed a law that if you come online and ask Nigeria to break, you go to life imprisonment. When we call Nigerian government a terrorist government, people don't understand. The human rights abuse in Nigeria is in all angles, in all corners. They continue to abuse the rights of their citizens. They continue to make sure that whatever they lay their hand, every single policy in Nigeria is targeted at you, targeted at me. Anytime you see them creating a law, anytime you see them making a policy, it is against you, against me. And the funniest thing is that other regions are not paying attention. Some of them are being carried away by the action of Biafrans. Some people are being carried away by the jealousy they have against Biafrans. instead of some people in that contraption, other regions, instead of them focusing on the right thing, the abuse of the rights of the citizens in Nigeria, they don't focus on it. They don't focus on it. Go to every platform today, on YouTube, on TikTok, on Facebook. The only thing they focus on today is to begin to speak against the Igbo Biafrans. Igbo Biafrans seem to be their problem. Even in a time when it is clear that the Fulani terrorists are taking over in all parts of Nigeria, the North, the shedding of blood in the North have become a normal thing that nobody complains, nobody reports about it. The loss of life in the northern part of Nigeria is no longer reported. The terrorists are in charge. They have captured the northern part of Nigeria. And if you feel that the information we are passing is not correct, go and verify. Go and verify. The kind of loss of life you have in the northern part of Nigeria, there is no country in this world that you will have that kind of loss of life and there will be no outrage. Just recently, we had about 200 people that lost their life in Benue State. Nigerians have forgotten about them. They have gone back to their businesses. Everybody have gone back to politics. 200 people, not even 1 day holiday. Not even 1 day minute of silence across the whole world. Not even lowering the flag of that zoological republic. 200 people in one single state, in one single attack. Women and children burnt alive. Something that happened that is supposed to cause an outrage. No, people have gone back to that. Nobody's even talking about it anymore. Nobody, not even, you see, when it happens to the north, you see how people were traveling all the way from the south to go to the north. Just like when they said the 17 hunters, the 17 acclaimed hunters, the 17 terrorists that they called hunters, who were brought down in Edo State. You saw how everyone was coming out. The Sultan of Sokoto was speaking. All the governors in the north, they were all speaking. And before you know it, the governor in Edo State ran there and began to beg. People begin to issue statement and comment. But when this same thing happened in Benue State, how many of them did you see them travel to Benue to go and apologize to them? How many of them did you see make a comment and condemn it? And people continue as if business as usual. And I bet you since then, more loss of life has happened. You that is in Biafra land, I say, if the Janjaweed could treat the Benue people the way they are treating them, do you think they will spare you when they get you? Remember, the Benue people joined them to attack Biafra during the Civil War. They fought side by side with the Benue people. The Fulani Janjaweed fought side by side with the Benue people against the Biafrans. In fact, the Benue people were in the front line of the attack against Biafrans. But today, you see what they are facing in the hand of the same partner. The same people that partnered with them to fight against Biafra. You see what they are facing today? If they can give them woto in that manner, just imagine what they could do to you and I when they get us. You know, our own case is that from the time of amalgamation, they made it very clear that we are not one and we can never be one. Their grandparents told them that we are not one. They say we are infidels. They say that we are not supposed to live. They believe that we are the reason why Nigeria today still remains the way it is. You can imagine what they will do with you and I when they get us. If they can treat the Benue people the way they are treating them, if they can behead people the way they are doing in Benue State, burning children alive, you can imagine what they will do to us when they have access to our land. My fellow Biafrans, the reason I have doubled my effort is because of what is coming. You know, many prophets have spoken. For some of us who don't believe in prophecy, even without a prophet speaking, even without a prophecy, when you watch how things are going, you will understand that there is calamity coming. You don't need a prophet to tell you what is coming. You don't need a prophet. This is the same way Mazen Nandekan was shouting, they are coming, they are coming, they are coming, traveling to all parts of the world, meeting our people to come together and secure our land. And nobody paid attention. Nobody paid attention. They didn't take him serious. We were joking, we were laughing, we were smiling until they came to us unaware. Until they came to us unaware. We woke up and we saw that they have taken over everywhere. And today, before you know it, all our forests are occupied. What we are hearing today is different organizations coming to give us the list of places the Janjaweed have occupied. And when you see that list, you are not moved. You are not human. Every single one of us should begin to prepare ourselves. Whichever region you are, the only advice I will give you today, whichever part of the world you are and you're watching this program, make a phone call to your people. Ask your community to waken up their youths that are still around. Let the youth be awake and protect themselves and defend their land. If there is any support you can give support. Any means, by any means necessary, give a call. Because some people in Nigeria, unfortunately, do not take this issue serious. Some people in Nigeria, hunger and starvation, hustling have made them to overlook the actual problem. And the distraction of the government with their election system have also taken their attention to what is happening. How can somebody know exactly the situation when somebody like Soludo is in Anambra State accusing his own brothers as the ones who are causing mayhem? Unbelievable. With somebody like Soludo as a governor, how can you effectively defend your land? How? This is how bad it is. If you're not worried, I am worried. I am extremely worried. They have used Soludo on different angle to attack us on different angle with different system. Do you know that the attack on the native doctors you see, the main motive is not because of the wickedness of those native doctors. The main motive of that very move is to make sure they put fear on those people they feel they can use their traditional herbs to protect the land. That is their main target. When you see them begin to pursue those ones that are doing Okite, those Okite people are not the main target. Their target are those ones that are fortifying our people. Those ones that are fortifying our people, that is their main target. That is the target of Soludo. That is what the Soludo is pursuing. And he's doing it effectively very well for the Janjaweed. We are in a very terrible situation. And because of this terrible situation, every hand must be on deck. We must not keep silent. Nobody is not going to fight this battle. Nobody is going to fight this battle if you and I do not wake up and fight it. It is our battle, and we are the ones that are supposed to fight this battle and win it. We are the one supposed to fight this battle and win it. If you don't, nobody is going to do it for you. But unfortunately today, some of our brothers and sisters are busy pushing propaganda and blackmail. Some are busy chasing money. Some are busy distracting Biafrans. You go, you see some. They are focused on propaganda, blackmail. That is all they do. They go and continue to blackmail themselves. Instead of them to focus on things that matters instead of them to offer what they feel they can offer to Biafra. That thing you know you can do. You said your brother cannot be able to do it. Your sister is not doing it well. Why don't you focus on your own direction and do what you think you can do? If you feel that you have a template, why don't you go ahead, pursue your template, follow it up, and bring on board what you have? Why are you creating distraction instead of joining your people to fight against the atrocities of the Janjaweed? Instead of you joining your people to fight against the atrocities of the enemy, why are you being a distraction, even when you know that you have nothing to offer? Nobody's going to speak for us. We have tried everything humanly possible to make our case everywhere. You can't believe that every single petition we have written to the United Nations, none of them was attended to. Every petition has submitted to African Union, none of them was attended to. Including this time, Dr. Mazanga is using his own effort and time to make a case for us. Only now that we discover that every single petition that has been written and submitted to the United Nations, they threw it to the dustbin and they sat on it. And today, Dr. Mazanga is calling on them, calling on all human rights to rise up and speak. Yet, none of them is paying attention. The terrorist Nigerian regime did not notify African Union nor the United Nations that parts of the country has been taken over by the terrorists. What is happening in Nigeria? Nigeria has refused to open their mouth, at least notify people what is happening. That is how we, you see, when we say that this agenda is the agenda of the government is the terrorist government. There is no responsible government that will see that its territory is being taken over and it will not cry out for help. It doesn't happen anywhere. Look at Mali. Mali, when they saw their territory was taken over, Mali ran to Russia, and Russia was able to come to their aid and train their soldiers, and they were able to recover their territory. Look at Burkina Faso. Traore came on board, and he was able to fight, seek for support to drive away the terrorists. The only place that terrorists are running rampage is in Nigeria, including Niger. You see Niger Republic. Niger that they call ordinary Niger today, Niger, the terrorists cannot even operate in their territory. The only place the terrorists have a free hand, have their camps and training ground and breeding ground is Nigeria. Nigeria. With all the terrorism that is happening, parts of the country, the northern part, I can bet you see, when I speak, I tell you to go and verify because I know there are people that are watching this program that are not Nigerians. There are people from other parts of the world that will come across our program. So when you hear us speak, don't think we are just saying these things to tarnish the image of the country. No. Don't think we are saying it out of envy, out of anger. No. Every single thing you hear from us, go and verify. Go and verify. Because the Zoological Republic of Nigeria is suppressing the real thing. That is why I was surprised. BRICS inviting Nigeria to join them. BRICS allowing Nigeria to join them is a bad news. That is the end of that BRICS. Nigeria will contaminate them, and before you know it, everywhere will become smelly, like the same country you have allowed in there. How could BRICS allow Nigeria to join them? How? It is sad that in this world, sometimes I say, where are the men of conscience? Where are the men of conscience? Are people now so wicked that they do not care about human life anymore? It is all about economy, survival of the fittest. As long as the situation suits you, as long as you get what you want, you don't care anymore. The Zoological Republic to join BRICS, that is the worst thing that happened to them. a terrorist government, a country that its territory have been taken over by terrorists, and they do not care. They don't tell anybody. They don't even. What they are busy is going to borrow money, selling their people out, selling the resources in advance, and borrowing money every day and again. But they will never report what is happening in the zoo. The terrorist Nigerian regime did not notify the African Union nor the United Nations that part of the country has been taken over by the terrorists. They didn't. The thousands of lives lost are yet to be reported to the commission, nor accounted for. They don't even tell the United Nations the number of people that are dying. They don't even tell them African Union number of people. And you know how the world operates. If you do not bring your statement, your problem out, nobody is going to attend to it. That is how the world operates. If you do not complain, nobody will come to your aid. The world always focus on their interests. It is only when their own interest is affected they are going to come in. But if they lie, if they wipe away everybody in Nigeria without the government complaining officially, nobody is going to pay attention. That is why we, the Biafrans, are doing what we are doing. As in police, nobody is going to come and aid. Just like the advice that was given to Mazen Nandekan when he went to United Nations. A heavyweight United Nations told Mazen Nandekan, why did you stop? When Mazen Nandekan was trying to tell him how we fought civil war from 1967 to 1970, he asked Mazen Nandekan, why did you stop? That until you show the world that your freedom worth your life, that your freedom worth your life, that nobody's going to pay attention to you. This is a fact. And that is why today, every Biafran have tightened up their belt. We don't care. Even if it's only one person that survives at the end of the day, we must be free. We must be free. Wherever you are as a Biafran, this is not the time to be silent. This is no longer the time to be silent. We must continue to speak from every angle, from every corner. Every voice must begin to come up now. This is the time. Speak up. Don't be silent. Speak up. The human rights violation against the Biafran people in Nigeria, it is unimaginable. It is immeasurable. And the Nigerian government is playing it down. Not only the government, including the agents that are Biafran, they are using somebody like Peter Obi. Somebody like Peter Obi, who is their frontline agent that are using to play down the atrocities of the government in Nigeria. And today, the worst thing that is happening is the alliance we are seeing today. Peter Obi sitting in the same plate with Peter Erufai for alliance. What are they going to have alliance for? Can somebody please explain to me the kind of alliance Peter Obi is going to have with a terrorist? A man that brought the very terrorism you are seeing in Nigeria today. The man that was in the front line to bring them. The man that is in the front line planning the takeover of Nigeria by the Fulanese, his brothers. That is the person Peter Obi is going into alliance with. And some idiots are seeing it as normal. You see that, you're not worried. You see that, you're not disturbed. I am sorry. Something worse is going to happen. I beg and pray that before it happens, that the children of Chukwukabiam will be saved. I pray that before this rain fall, that the children of Chukwukabiam will fall. Is it going to fall? It is definitely going to fall. This rain, it is going to fall very, very heavy. The heavy rain is going to fall. Wherever you are watching me from. This is not the time to sleep. It is a time of war. We need to stay awake at all times. You need to be awake. If you see something, say something. Let everybody, wherever you are, mainly people in Biafra land, form a security group for yourself. And let us all continue to pray for Mazi Simon Ekpa to join us. Because I tell you the truth, the only solution and remedy we are going to have is the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa this very month. This very month, we need Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa more than ever. Because only that is going to change the situation. The Liberation Army of Biafra are equally waiting for Mazi Simon Ekpa or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is what they are waiting for. Because I don't know what else to say. I can't understand. I don't know what else to say. Today, the division that we are seeing today have made them not to trust anybody. The division we are seeing today, the speaking in tongue we are hearing from all corners, people saying things in the morning, in the afternoon, they are doing a different thing, have made them not to trust anybody. The only place we can be given our trust now is the presence of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Only the presence of my Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, will make us to regain our feet. We have gone a long way to build an army of volunteers who are ready to put their life on the line. An army of volunteers who are ready to fight for Biafra. How do you think they are going to feel when they hear somebody confessing that he was given $1,000? Somebody who sits on camera the way I'm sitting now and talking. Just because you open your camera, you sit and talk for a few minutes, every month you are given $1,000. And the people who are in the front line taking the bullet, how much is getting them? When they hear those confessions, how do you think they will feel? How do you think they're going to feel? Now you understand why I am praying for the presence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa. Because I believe only these two people can be able to pacify their mind. Many of them, their spirits have gone cold. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Initially, I used to blame them. Initially, I used to shout and talk. But now, seeing the drama that is unfolding, if you were in their shoes, if you were in the shoes of the Liberation Army and you hear these things that are going on social media today, that somebody is sitting down in Europe and collecting $1,000 per month, and some of them receiving more than that amount. Meanwhile, you are in the bushes, facing the bullet in the front line. Common to buy equipment for you to walk is not there. Food to eat is not there. You drink Gary in the bushes. And somebody is using the job you are doing to get fund. And they share it among themselves. If you hear that confession, how will you feel? I ask you. How will your morale be? Will you still have the morale to go to the forefront? Initially, I used to blame them. And some of us say, oh, because you're not Biafran enough. If you have, I tell you, we are human beings. No matter how Biafran you are, there are certain things you see, you will shake. No matter how Biafran you are. Initially, I used to blame them, but I don't blame them anymore. The Liberation Army, when they hear this confession that is happening today, you think they're going to feel good? You think they're going to feel all right? You think they're going to be the same? They will never be the same. They will never be the same. It doesn't matter how committed they are. They are human beings. Even our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, at a particular point in time, he said, if not for the grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama, he would have left you people. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it. If not the grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama, he will not even broadcast, he will talk to anybody again. He will just go in and stop talking. That is a human being speaking. No matter how spiritual you are, no matter how strong you are, at a point in time, that spirit of human will capture you and you will feel it. Even Christ, for those of us who are Christian, at a point in time, Christ on the cross, he cried and said, Father, if it will be possible, take away this cup from me. Even though he knows, if that cup is taken away from him, his reason for coming onto the earth has been defeated. But yet he prayed that prayer. When the flesh came upon him, he prayed that prayer. If he can make such prayer, how much more another human being like you, like me? Those people who are in the front line fighting for you and I, they are human. They ask yourself, how are they going to feel when they hear somebody confessing that he is collecting $1,000 per month? How do you want them to feel? So after collecting that money, you will come back now, you call them, oh, Liberation Army, our Liberation Army, go and fight. Our Liberation Army, the Janjaweed are coming. You must go and fight them. The Janjaweed are coming. Protect our land. Nonsense. Nonsense. This is one of the damages that this nonsense they are doing is causing. This confession, that in as much they are confessing, it is good they are confessing, but I tell you, I'm not happy about it. The confession is also causing damages. These people have caused a lot of damage. They have made us a laughing stock. If not for the grace of Chukwu Karima, so many of us would have just closed our computer and go in. Because everything they have done it all. Every single thing that he was used to cause us, they have done it all. Everything. Right from time, everybody said that we are broadcasting because of money. They say the Biafra struggle is about money, collect money from people. Today, some people have proved them right. Some individuals have proved them right. With the confessions you are seeing today, it is about money. Money. You see one group opening their own account, doing their own fundraising, opening their account. What is the essence of the fundraising? Why? Why are you raising those funds? Can you tell me? What is the essence of raising fund? What is the essence of raising that fund? You raise funds to buy people around you to support you, to exalt you, to praise you, to call you big names. You just raise funds to share with people that can be able to be praising you every day online. They come online, they call your name, they shower you praises, they say your picture, you are the best one, you are this one. Meanwhile, the main people who are on the ground fighting the battle are getting nothing. The people on the ground facing the bullet, dying on daily basis. Some of them, their families have been wiped out. Some of them, they have wives, they have children. They have no means of livelihood anymore. Nobody to provide for their children. They abandon their families and they're in the bushes. You are not concerned. So many of them were businessmen before. They were doing very well. But they devoted themselves. When Mazen Nanikano made that call, they came out and they entered. Just like Ikonso. Ikonso was living abroad. He was living abroad. When the call came, Ikonso came back to Nigeria to fight for his nation. Ikonso came back to fight and he died in the course of that. How many of you today is asking about the family of Ikonso? Ikonso has family, he has children. How many of you are asking how they are faring? How many of you remember the family of that man? The same way, there are many of them that have died that nobody even know their names. We are talking about Ikonso because at least we know him as a commander. There are many commanders have gone that nobody knows them. Just recently, you see a lot of Holy Ghost. You saw Holy Ghost, a young man who has been there fighting. Before he began to show his face, he was doing very well. Before they convinced him to become a media warrior, they convinced him to become a media warrior in order to come and take position, in order to come and begin to collect tax from people. And he began to show his face. This was a man who made a program and said he will not show his face until Biafra come. I still have the program where he said that he would never show his face until Biafra come. And he showed somewhere on the ground. He said any day he make video and he did not make it on that ground, that means he's no longer alive. Holy Ghost was doing very well. He was an active commander. And everybody loved him then. He doesn't show his face, even though he comes online, but he doesn't show his face to anybody. All of a sudden, he opened his face. He began to speak. He began to be careless. You see him growing fat and thick. You see him engaging in saga. You see him coming to threaten and warn people. Today, where is he? Where is he today? And what is the cause? What took him into that thing? It is this same thing you are seeing, this same saga, this same fallback group. This same group of fallback, they were the one that deceived Holy Ghost and dragged him out from the bushes. They dragged him out. Somebody who is defending the land, in the front line, a top commander, and you become, or somehow you just become a media warrior. You know, some of them are so daft that they don't know the implication of using phone. This phone we are using, phone, either phone, electronics, or laptop, any of those things we are using, if somebody want to track you, if a government want to get you, it will take a question of hours and they will find you wherever you are on the planet Earth. Except the person is not serious. As long as you are using a gadget, cell phone, you are using a gadget, to track you down is as easy as NBC. It doesn't matter the kind of protection you put on it. And all of a sudden, a commander became a media warrior. Every blessed day he's online. Every blessed day. And you'll be wondering, what time do you have to defend the land? And what cost it? Money. Money. This bunch of idiots dragged him out. These people today that are in chaos, the Ogenkere and co, they dragged him out just to win influence. They dragged him out just to win influence. The other one was on Twitter talking and called himself Ross. Today, did you hear about him again? Is he broadcasting anymore? Giving command everywhere. Some of them will go and pretend and be under Twitter and be typing, claiming what they are not. And because of that claim they were claiming, confusion everywhere. The one that were claiming Ross, they are claiming to be Butuzo and Ross. At a point in time, one of the commanders came out and said that this Ross does not belong to us. We don't know who he is. He's not Butuzo. It's not Butuzo. But he was claiming to be Butuzo, using the name of Butuzo to broadcast, causing confusion everywhere. And you see what that confusion did? That confusion took the head of Holy Ghost. You are not worried. So today, when you see the Liberation Army today being on their own, refusing to speak to anybody, you see their morale down. I don't blame them. I don't blame them. This is what some idiot have created. This is the confusion that have been created. And the only person that can put this thing back in order is Mazi Simon Ekpa. I pray that Mazi Simon Ekpa or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu joins us as soon as possible, because there is danger. There is a great danger ahead. There is a great danger ahead. And we should all continue to pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Mazi Simon Ekpa to surface, like today or tomorrow. We want to wake up and we hear that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is here. We want to wake up and we hear that Mazi Simon Ekpa is here, because this danger that is ahead, it is not something we are going to fight against divided. For us to overcome and overpower this janjaweed, we must be united. We must be united. We cannot continue to betray ourselves. We cannot continue to damage ourselves. Today, you see the Liberation Army. Some of them have joined Agone Chamber. Some of them have joined Dakodo. Some of them joined Asane Jacobo. Some of them have joined Ebuebu Sinamonke. Scattered everywhere. We need that unifying force. And the only thing that can unite us and unify us today is either Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Mazi Simon Ekpa. That is the only assurance of unification of what. That is why before you go to sleep tonight, pray and pray very hard that when we wake up tomorrow, we'll hear that Mazi Simon Ekpa is out. When we wake up tomorrow, we hear that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is out. That should be our prayer on a daily basis, because their presence is needed like yesterday. Their presence is needed like yesterday. My fellow Biafrans, if you are not worried, I am extremely worried. I am extremely worried. Whenever I hear a phone call from Nigeria, I get scared. You don't know who is going to be. You don't know who is the next person. You do not know what is going to happen. Remember, they are waiting for order. As soon as the orders is given, my brother, the shedding of blood is going to be extreme, if not checked. We are living on the grace of Chukwu Abiyama today. And we must wake up before it is too late. We must wake up before it's too late, because what is coming is not a child's play. What is coming is not a joke. If you continue to play it down and say it is not possible, you continue to think it's a joke, I bet you will wake up and you realize that you are already in the other side. If you are joking with this matter, you will wake up one day and you will find yourself in the other side. When I mean the other side, your ancestors will welcome you and ask you, where are you coming from? And your ancestors will ask you, didn't we warn you? What have you done to yourself? My fellow Biafrans that are watching, I want every one of us to continue to have everything. Before we round up this program, I want us to listen to this message of Mazen Nandekano to waken our spirit once again. I cannot do without these messages. They are as fresh as anything, and anytime I listen to Mazen Nandekano's message, it is just like it is yesterday. That is why I can hear him again and again and again.
From Senegal, from Gambia, from heaven knows where, from Niger, from Chad, that they are in Nigeria. Killing people. After killing us, they will not turn around and tell us to absorb them into our communities. That is why anybody, any Igwe, any BG, any greedy, avaricious fool, stupid enough to give any of our land to Fulani territory to do a things. That was a man who can write some nonsense. Go and ask him today. We take no prisoners. You see, the land of Biafra must be defended at all costs. At all costs. It is the land of God, given to his children for their eternal habitation. We may have failed in the past to recognize this very fact, but now that this generation has come, there is nothing anybody can do to stop us from restoring the kingdom of God upon the face of this very earth in the land of Biafra, without apologies to God. I understand that the Sarikin Fulani of Lagos went to see the US ambassador to Nigeria in Lagos a few years ago. And according to the message, or should I say information coming out of the US mission, they said it's to foster cohabitation and unity, diversity in strength. And I want to lay that particular nonsensical narrative to bed tonight before I continue. Anybody telling you about strength and diversity, that person is a liar and a deceiver. And the US ambassador is a liar and a deceiver. One thing we don't teach the Africans is this. No country exists on a foundation of multiculturalism. There is nowhere in the world. Listen to me very carefully. All this nonsense, even the crap that Goka was coming up with, telling you about diversity, Samashana, and other conditions, allow me to repeat. There is no country on this earth that survives on a foundation or a bedrock of multiculturalism. It doesn't exist. And that is why multiculturalism in Africa is dead on arrival and never work. Because we are tribal by nature. We are tribal by nature. That is why we travel from wherever we are during New Year's, during Christmas, during Easter, during the New Festival to go back home where we come from. Because that is where we identify with. Now, let me ask you a simple question. Is United States of America a multicultural society? US that was created and built by Western Europeans. US was created out of course, built by Western Europeans. Mostly English people that was fed up with the way of life of the English monarchy. They went to America and made it. I want to ask the US ambassador, I want to teach Africans what they don't know. There is no country that functions on this multi-ethnic rubbish. No black people. Not even the USA, that was created by people who are not indigenous to America. The owners of the soil of America are Native American Indians. That is a fact of life. God gave America to Western Europe to develop and gave them a special grace to be the beacon and the light and the conscience of the world. Because God knew that if He had left all these wonderful people in Europe, they would become contaminated. He removed them from Europe, sent them to America, built a wonderful nation as a shining light and a beacon for the whole world to look up to. Even that America that was built from scratch by people who are not indigenous to the land is not multicultural. Why am I saying this? America was founded on the principles of Judeo-Christian, Greco-Roman, democratic value system. I repeat, America is not multicultural. They accommodate other races and other nations. Yes, they can accommodate you. But where you're coming into, the bedrock, the foundation of America is based on Judeo-Christian principles, Greco-Roman political ideology, which is republicanism. America is not multicultural. America is Western. The value systems of Western, Judeo-Christian, Greco-Roman, Republican governments. Had America been a multicultural society, they would have space for Sharia. I'm now addressing the US ambassador to try to tell him to stop deceiving people. We are educated with this community. We're enlightened and have our brain intact. There is no country on this earth that runs on this wishy-washy multiculturalism. It doesn't happen. What you have are established order and value systems upon which various cultures can now coexist. If you go to America, you coexist under the provisions of the United States Constitution. And the US Constitution is a Christian constitution, not Islam. America is not multicultural, but under that bedrock of liberty and egalitarianism, you allow other cultures to come in. But first of all, they must swear and they can receive what they can do to uphold the Constitution of the USA. That is something that the US ambassador never told the judge of the the same way that Nigeria cannot function as a viable entity. What is Sri Lanka was not talking about? I'm making sure somebody who claims his land as Bishop look at this understand what I'm talking about. No country on this land. The value system of Israel is based on Judaic principles. The value system of Russia is entirely theirs, it's based on theirs. It's the Russian way of doing things from time of the Tsar. If you go to Saudi Arabia, it's essentially a Sharia Islamic state. You can live there, no problem. You can build your churches if you want it. They're not going to allow you to. But it is never a multicultural society. Japan is not a multicultural society. China is not. They can accommodate you. But that doesn't mean they're multicultural. This is type of nonsense with Africans. And for that very of multiculturalism, at the end of the day, you end up with a useless consumption like Nigeria. Don't have a value system that anybody anywhere can find. If I talk about the USA, I can talk about hamburger in the USA, I can talk about what else they have. Hamburger, you can talk about what's it called? What are the traditional dishes? Apple pie. They can say that these are American dishes. If you go to the UK, you can talk about mashed potato and bangers and mash, which is sausage and mashed potato as their national food. That's understandable. When I ask you if you come to Nigeria, what is national food? Because if one is where we come from, because an Igbo man eating with the answer is no. So on what basis is all this so-called multicultural foundation going to be laid upon what? We are not one. We will be black, we will be African, we will not one. Not even one religion. In Britain cannot stay in an EU that is entirely Christian. EU is entirely Christian. Britain left. Nigeria, not that Nigeria is Christian or is Islam. So for me to accept the multiculturalism, even if by the US ambassador, I have to embrace Islam as an religion. That's what it means. And some of you get taken in by all this rubbish. And I feel sorry for you. Yeah, sometimes I'm saying this, I'm being very arrogant. If you're educated, you understand that no nation is multicultural. They allow other cultures to come. It doesn't mean they're multicultural. They have a viable space where multicultural ideas or identities can thrive. But the foundation has to be it has to be one dominant value system and ideology. That's how it is all over the world. Don't let anybody fool you otherwise. That is the same reason why you have this anomaly. The so-called Republic have no finance in the Republic because you are trying to shuffle countries. You're trying to marry the feudal system of the North, the monarchical system of the West, and the Republican system in the East, to marry them into one. And what you have is entirely rubbish, and everyone Nigeria can never work. Not now, but tomorrow, not then. Competing value systems. Nobody wants their value system to subsume on that other person's value system. This is something that the US ambassador cannot do. But here I am telling you today. Because if you come here, you come here, you come here, you become enlightened, you come here, slowly, and more. That is why we are the largest and, of course, the most consistent broadcasting platform insofar as Africa is concerned, right across the world. Millions.
You have heard the message from our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekan. His word is like fire and fresh as ever. Each time you hear his message, it will seem as if he is delivering that message immediately. I can't get enough of him. That is why in every program, if I can hear him for even 5 minutes, 10 minutes, it's more than enough. And I urge everyone to please try as much as possible to lay your hand on the messages of Mazen Nandekan. Spend time on that message daily. Anyone you can find. 5 minutes, 10 minutes every day on the message of Mazen Nandekan or message of Mazen Simon Ekpa. Spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Study them, learn them. Each time you listen, you will have a new life and you have a new lesson. I appreciate everyone that joined us on this program. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect us. I will see you again tomorrow morning. Please try and join us tomorrow morning on tomorrow morning's program. We have a special program tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwu Okike Abiyama. Don't fail. Touch your notification bell so that you can join us on time. Start with us so that we can end on time. Thank you so much. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama protect everyone that have joined us, more especially people that joined from Biafra land. And may Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect all our leaders. Guide and protect and direct the Deputy Prime Minister, guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku. Secure him, give him more strength, heal him and protect him. Guide and protect our Supreme Leader Mazi Nandekan. Give him more strength, heal him, protect him, defend him. No evil shall befall them. Thank you so much for watching. No weapon formed or fashioned against us shall prosper. Thank you and stay safe. I will see you again tomorrow by the grace of Chukwu Okike. Thank you so much. See you next.
Yeah, my dear, on the beat.
I see Mommy Nkechi, a rapper don't tell she the kneel for grave where my uche de Papa Emeka. Don't blind from growing, Pekin don't fall, now watch up I'm raw. Me self they shake my hand no feel. Yesterday we laughed, today now dust we more. If we don't stop this night where we they share, tell me who go sing for the ones we know they.
She need the voice from under the soil. Brother, no let my blood turn to oil. Little Ada they ask where my papa go. Her small hand they shake, she knows I be this woe. I beg, my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
No, make we try.
If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
Oh, make we try, oh.
Back up joints with the trembling, oh, hey. If we not join our children.
This is my wicked word. This is my Confucian word. Listen to Palibran. I will be telling you a story about one lady girl. Polly they go to work. Polly they work for bank. Then I enter for motor. Wherever they go. Wherever they go, opposite Udi, but the right hand the side, along Gusukudu Road, I see people run. I see people run. Then I ask the driver waiting they happen, driver waiting they happen, driver tell the Pali boy, see no day for talk. See nothing for that. If we better you take your eye and see. Then I call the driver. Driver waiting. Driver waiting.